morning. Welcome to our Sunday Dharma service. I hope that your mind practice continues to enhance and your heart becomes beacon for your world. Today, Reverend Ginger will give a Dharma talk on timeless meditation, understanding its essence, and practical application. First, we will begin our practice with Kathy's leading Qigong.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay? Yeah? Okay, if everyone could just rise. So we're going to start just shaking the arms. We're really going to start to arrive and open our hearts. So open our hearts and drop judgment and worries and concerns and just be where we are. Getting the hands back and forth. And then we're going to start to shake. This is enough. We just shake, spend a few minutes shaking every day, especially when you face sensory condition. Just go in the bathroom, shake a little bit. You'll feel better. And then turn from side to side. And the more vigorous you can do this, the more you'll feel the energy, the chi energy in the body. So we're actually putting space between the organs, between the muscles. Getting rid of the cobwebs. All right. Back to center. And we're going to lean forward. Check. And back. Open the mouth. To the right. And really let your head go, arms go, so you look like a jellyfish. The side. Up. And then back to center. We're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do a little bit of a different type of shaking. I love the smiles. A different type of shaking that is courtesy of Felicia, one of our Dharma friends here. So we're going to do the shaking. That's 8-8-7-7-6-6. You've probably done it before, or maybe not, but it's fun. So let's try that. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Good job. Great. In a few moments, just put your hand. We're going to just put our hands on our danjin, on our lower breathing center, just for a moment. Rest here. And bring your awareness sort of slow. And the other side. And then circle the head. And in the other direction. Bring the hands on the shoulders, on the fingertips on your shoulders, circling the shoulders back. And the other way. We're going to put our hands together and stretch your chest. So we're breathing out, we're breathing in, sorry. And release. And again, really stretching the back and the chest. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Bringing the hands down to the hips and circle the hips. One direction. Really good to stretch the back here and the hips. Other way. Making big circles. Back to center. And hip. And circle in. And then out. Rub the knees, the kneecaps. And one knee. And then the other knee. And we're going to do ankles and toes. Stretch the toes. Other foot. Okay, your toes. And then we'll take a deep breath in. And just like a shower. So allow the shower, chi shower, on the body as you breathe out. And breathing in. Breathing out. All the way down to the dungeon, down to the floor. And one more time. This time, we'll breathe in and we'll bring our hands into prayer. And turn, and I'm going to turn and face the Ilwan song. So this is the Ilwan song. It is the Dharma Buddha, or the realm of universal truth. So we are going bowing contents. And you can do standing or full bows. So I bow in gratitude to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite beneficence of nature and the universe. I bow in gratitude to the grace of parents, honoring the beneficence from parents, ancestors, and all those who have had a nurturing role in my life. I bow in gratitude to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. I bow in gratitude to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice. Now please take moment. Neighbor Buddhas with your beautiful open hearts and smiles and morning. And you're seated. Thank you.
Let's start with a session of seated meditation. Please take a moment to get comfortably settled on your cushion or chair. Patty Wan Jizhang will kindly lead us through the method of sitting meditation.
The method of sitting meditation is simple and easy. Sit comfortably on the floor or in a chair. Breathe in. Grab all your tension and breathe it out. Open up your chest and heart. Stretch up tall and align your spine from your neck to your tailbone. Relax your shoulders and arms. Then allow your hands to rest on your knees. Bring your attention to your breath. As you exhale, release all mental and physical tension. Invite your attention to abide in your chi energy field, which is called Danjun. This is located about 2 inches below your navel and is the power center for your breathing. Open your eyes and gaze downward over the end of your nose and to the floor. Keep your mouth closed and allow the tip of your tongue to rest gently against the roof of your mouth. When your mind is concentrated and calm, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. You may swallow it. Relax your facial muscles and notice your gentle smile. If your face or body begins to itch, do not scratch. This is just a sign of the energy circulating in your body. Simply note the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change position very slowly and quietly so that you maintain a calm stillness and do not interrupt others. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be discouraged or disturbed by them. Simply focus on your breathing without reacting to or playing with those thoughts. Recognize them as thoughts. They will disappear by themselves. And remember, keep bringing your awareness back to your Danjun breathing center. If you continue practicing meditation for a long period of time, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation, in which the mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, with no distinction between self and others, time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, aware of our ever calm and alert spirit.
Gently extend your legs and relax your shoulders, back, and neck. Let's gather our minds for chanting practice. Please open your chanting book to page 4, and we will chant the Ilwonsang Vow and Heart Sutra. Ilwon is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and lost the true nature of all Buddha. Enlightened masters, unenlightened people, sentient beings who will manifest as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanent. Still one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous. Just as it is viewed as impermanent, still one unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the 4 forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwonsang, the Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies, deeply knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, saving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Ilwon and become one with the nature of Ilwon. The Bodhisattva of great compassion, when deeply practicing prajna paramita, realized that all 5 aggregates are empty, and thus became free from all suffering, distress. All Shariputra form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. The same is true of sensation, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. All Shariputra, all dharmas are empty. They do not appear or disappear, or not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease in emptiness. No form, no sensation, no perceptions, no impulses, no consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, song, no body, no mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, or mind, consciousness, no ignorance, nor extinction of ignorance, no old age and death, nor extinction of them, no suffering, no cause of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva relies on Prajna Paramita, therefore the mind has no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Free from delusion, one dwells in nirvana. All Buddhas of the past, present, and future rely on Prajna Paramita and attain supreme enlightenment. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita is the great mantra, is the great enlightening mantra, is the unsurpassed and unequaled mantra, which is able to eliminate all suffering. This is true, not false, so proclaim the Prajna Paramita mantra, which says gone beyond, far beyond, now awaken, gate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha, gate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha, gate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha. Reverend Ginger will deliver the Dharma talk titled Timeless Meditation, Understanding its Essence and Practical Application. Please join your palms together and welcome her.
Good morning.
Morning.
When you think of meditation practice, the first image that often comes to mind may be someone sitting silently on a cushion, just everybody does today. You might imagine needing to visit a sanctuary like the One Dharma Center to meditate. For one Buddhist practitioners, meditation isn't confined to designated times or places. Instead, it is something they can practice anytime and anywhere, regardless of the tasks at hand. This practice is known as timeless meditation, a unique and practical aspect of Master Sotaesan, the founding teacher of Won Buddhism. This morning, I'd like to explore timeless meditation in terms of its essence and practical application. Timeless meditation was not created by Master Sotaesan. In the past, the concept existed, but it indicates the ultimate state of a practitioner's journey when their practice had become fully matured, enabling them to continuously sustain tranquility. They aimed to achieve this state of mind as a complete form of their practice. However, Master Sotaesan's approach to this notion is different. To him, timeless meditation is not a goal to achieve, but rather a method to adopt. This way, the door to meditation practice broadens to anyone and everyone, regardless of the level of their practice. When the concept of timeless meditation is applied, it extends beyond just achieving mental tranquility. It involves cultivating wisdom and making mindful choices in our daily lives. In other words, timeless meditation refers to the threefold practice: cultivating the spirit, inquiry into human affairs and universal principles, and mindful choice in action. Threefold practice. This practice in Won Buddhism serves as the main road toward embodying a Buddha's character. Thus, timeless meditation includes all forms of meditation through daily activities, from eating to dishing washes, and from working outside to composing a report in an office. Let me guide you through the essence of timeless meditation and its application in life. To embody the essence of timeless meditation, it's important to understand two basic concepts. They are true voidness and marvelous existence. Firstly, let us contemplate true voidness. So what image comes to your mind when you think about true voidness? Perhaps the word voidness conjures images of the darkness of outer space. However, true voidness isn't just about nothingness. In fact, I pondered the concept of true voidness the other day as snow fell softly. I sat cozily inside, observing a world blanketed in snow outside. And it felt as though this magical snowy day, was perfect embodiment of true voidness. It is luminous and yet serene. Often, true voidness is used interchangeably with emptiness, which is the popular subject in Buddhist teachings. The book, Thunder Silence, examines the concept of emptiness with this question of empty of what? It emphasizes the absence of inherent elements in all phenomena. This suggests that everything arises from causes and conditions, devoid of intrinsic permanence. So here, the understanding of no self is important. Quantum physics present the universe as fluctuations of light, influencing our perception of it as a vast holographic structure. So what you're seeing, probably me and the background right now, is a hologram formed by fluctuating of light. I think it's quite fascinating. Within the realm of spirituality, awakening to our pure consciousness is significant as it illuminates this tangible world and opens us up to love. Whether it is pure consciousness, fluctuating light, or the concept of no self, these slightly different viewpoints indicate the foundation for our physical and mental and spiritual beings. We can discern that the vessel of our existence transcends the limitation of our thinking minds. Every now and then, when I stand before a mirror, I ponder what lies beyond this flesh and bones, beyond the concept of myself, and even beyond the energy that drives my thoughts and actions. I know that I am all of these, and at the same time, I am none of these. Let's think about what we can do with the aspect of true voidness. The Dharma of timeless meditation in the scriptures of Won Buddhism says, if people intend to practice genuine Sun meditation, they first should take true voidness as the substance. Externally, be unmoving like Mount Tai, when in contact with myriad sensory conditions. It says, take true voidness as the substance. What does this mean? In simple terms, it entails being firmly grounded in your true nature. Your true nature remains steadfast while you engage in your daily activities. Therefore, by anchoring your mind in your true nature, you sustain an undistracted and an unattached mindset when confronted with sensory stimuli. With the solid foundation, we transform our everyday arising mind into an embracing mind. In a way, the everyday mind is akin to the surface of the ocean, fluctuating like waves stirred by the wind, whereas the embracing mind is like the center, deep center of the ocean, or the eye of a hurricane. The center remains unmoved. As we go about our daily activities, whether at home or at work, we encounter a continuous stream of sensory stimuli. Our lives are typically experienced on the surface of the ocean, where waves are ever present and constantly rippling. These stimuli may vary depending on our personal characteristics, tendencies, and temperaments. At times, circumstances itself may simply not align with our current mood, making us feel easily provoked. Here are some examples of how our everyday minds may permeate our days. Suppose you have small children and you need to drop them off at the daycare center on your way to work. You may have spent the morning negotiating, appeasing, and possibly raising your voice to your children. Or consider a Sunday morning with teenagers at home. Mom needs to prepare to attend the Sunday meditation service. Yet one of the kids is fixated on a last-minute assignment, refuses to follow their mom's instructions. When things happen, many times they unfold like a snowball rolling downhill. So how about the things that happen at the workplace? I'll speak from my own experience. So this happened during the retreat weekend a few weeks ago. Typically, things get busy when a retreat is underway. I was covering for Reverend Ji-eun while she was in Korea. So tasks had doubled, some of which were unfamiliar to me. That day, the phone was ringing off the hook. Texts were coming in when random visitors just arrived looking for guidance. Earlier that morning, I was told that the retreat teacher was unhappy because a fire alarm went off during the night in our guest house, disturbing people's sleep. Suddenly, I received a notice telling me that there are people at the front gate with 2 beagles apparently hunting on our property. Could you imagine how I practiced amidst these sensory conditions? What a day. So think of one of your days when you found yourself in circumstances akin to a snowball rolling downhill, similar to the ones I described above. Timeless meditation guides us to maintain our undivided and unattached centeredness. But how? Let's ponder this together. Firstly, recognize sensory conditions and take them as opportunity to practice. There is famous one Buddhist saying. Do you know what that is? An opportunity for practice has arrived. Have you heard this saying? No? Then this is your first time. Now you'll get to hear this phrase more often. Secondly, remind yourself that you have the power to tap into your true nature. You have the power. Thirdly, contemplate your 일원상 mind, naturally complete and unbiased, and deeply embrace it within your heart. With this reminder, try not to favor your preferences of likes and dislikes. Lastly, be patient. Practice takes time. There is a story about a flag waving in the temple courtyard. The story goes like this. Upon observing a flag fluttering in the courtyard, two monks engaged in a debate. One monk says, "The flag is flapping." This is flag. Another monk countered, "No, it's the wind that's flapping." The third monk, passing by, remarked, "It's your mind that's flapping." Do you know this story? It's quite famous too. So which character in this story do you relate to the most? Which one? First one, second one, third one? Third one? Yes, third one, that monk seems to be real Buddhist, right? In our day-to-day lives, thoughts come and go like a breeze in our mind. So it's important to take a moment to pause and reflect, especially when facing trouble situations. So when you feel the wind stirring in your mind, ask yourself, am I judging this person solely by their words? Or am I placing blame on the difficult circumstances? Or perhaps is my mind inventing extra stories based on simple fact? We need to be able to pause at the gateway of our mind when it starts weaving its stories and lean toward our habitual tendency of picking and choosing. Through our contemplation and wise responses to difficult situations, we aim to recognize our unshakable center of our minds. Timeless meditation teaches us to become as immovable as the Catskill Mountains. Now, let's explore what's meant by marvelous existence and how it relates to the function of our minds. The Dharma of timeless meditation says, if people intend to practice genuine sun meditation, they need to take marvelous existence as the function. Internally, keep the mind unsullied, like empty space. Marvelous is a word we use to describe something that's incredibly awesome or astonishing. Nature is a great example because it's naturally marvelous. Spring will come soon and we'll get to see all sorts of greens popping up from the ground and trees. There are individual colors, shapes, and smells. They are marvelous. What about those curious looking insects? I think they are phenomenal. In fact, I found a really interesting looking one this morning in the bathroom. What else is amazing in the world? I believe the human mind and emotions are. Babies are the perfect example of expressive human emotions. They don't hide their emotions, how they feel, whether it's excitement, frustration, or anger. Isn't it incredible how quickly they change their minds? But when we consider the concept of marvelous existence in timeless meditation, it's different from how our mind spontaneously expresses itself. We might find it remarkable when anger arises in response to a sensory condition. Sometimes during the practice of mindfulness, we may need to acknowledge all sorts of minds and even give them names like angry Buddha, frustrating Buddha. However, as our practice deepens, we must seek a deeper understanding of how our true nature manifests through our minds. The phrase marvelous existence is used in this context where our ego-driven thoughts are emptied and a selfless mind, and even further, a compassionate mind emerges naturally. This is the true meaning of marvelous existence. Let me read the original text once again. It says, internally keep the mind unsullied, like empty space. So do you think it is possible for our minds to be as clear as the empty sky? Let's think about this. Last week, we had some intense gusts of wind at the One Dharma Center. I recalled one night waking up to the dreadful sound of the wind, worrying whether the doors in this Dharma hall were securely closed. With such a strong wind, they could have easily blown open during the night if they weren't tightly shut. There were a few occasions in the past when we discovered that one of the doors blew open during the night. Just like that, a strong wind can affect physical object in its path. We're all aware of how devastating tornadoes can be. But there is something the wind cannot blow away. So can you guess what that is? It's space itself. No matter what happens, empty space remains untouched. Similarly, our true nature, the backdrop of our mind, remains intact despite the busyness of our minds in response to sensory stimuli. The sky of our true nature is as clear as the air after strong gusts. When the mind is rooted in true voidness, whatever emerges from that realm becomes a marvel in terms of how tranquil and how embracing it is. Remember when I am telling you about my busy, tough day a few weeks ago when I had to deal with unexpected hunters, rabbit hunters, here at the One Dharma Center? By grounding in centeredness, I was able to comfortably converse with them and firmly guide them away from doing something prohibited on our property. So I talked with them about 20-something minutes. As I navigate through challenging situations such as this, I am actively nurturing a mindset of selflessness. I consciously pause to refresh my mind and thoughts and align with my authentic nature. This way, I am grounded and open-minded, placing the greater good above my personal preferences or self-centered concerns. Timeless meditation is a way to bring mindfulness practice into our daily lives. We develop a mind that's steady and pure while fulfilling our daily responsibilities in life. But even though the practice of timeless meditation is fundamental to our practice, our understanding of it can lead to a pitfall. We might overlook the importance of practicing meditation at designated times and places. So as much as timeless meditation is essential, sitting meditation is critical for cultivating our spirit in depth. So let me conclude my talk with a reminder. For our mind to embody marvelous existence, it must be grounded in true voidness. In fact, true voidness and marvelous existence are not separate entities. They are merely different expressions of the same essence of our true nature. Timeless meditation is everyday living meditation. Through it, we bring mindfulness into every aspect of our lives, turning our existence into a continuous journey for our spiritual growth. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Ginger. So, in her talk, let us enhance the essence of true voidness and marvelous. Do you remember? Marvelous existence, right? To ground our mind in our true nature. Thank you so much. Now we will recite the essential dharmas of daily practice led by Catherine. It's on page 6.
The essential dharmas of daily practice. 1. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. 2. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. 3. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. 4. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. 5. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. 6. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. 7. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. 8. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. 9. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all.
A few announcements. Please take note of the One Dharma Center retreats in April and May, alongside our weekly practices, participating in intensive regular retreats several times a year further nurtures our minds and spirits. So The April retreat will focus on learning and practicing journaling of One Buddhism, while the May retreat will offer an opportunity to explore the threefold study, as Reverend Ginger said before, of One Buddhism. So you may take these flyers on the foyer. And starting from March 7th, the Thursday Dharma class will resume, which will be held every Thursday, 7 p.m. at 7 p.m. in the conference room or dining hall. And this time we will study the Dharma teachings of the founding master, Sotaesan, particularly part 11 maxims of the scriptures of One Buddhism, and delve into the principles for training the mind, written by Venerable Chasan-nim, the fourth head Dharma master of One Buddhism, and retranslated by Reverend Yu. So anyone interested, please contact Reverend Ginger. And after the service concludes, we will proceed with the Gyohadan meeting right here. So anyone interested in learning more about One Buddhism and Dharma name holders are welcome to join. And Clark prepared some cookies for us, so enjoy them in lobby. Thank you for joining us in the Dharma Hall and online. Wishing you all the healthy and peaceful week. Thank you.
So Gyohadan meeting will held here after 10 minutes of tea and bathroom break. So for that, Dharma name holders are going to stay for that meeting. Dharma name holders, if you have your One Buddhist name